What's up guys, back with another video. Today we're going to go over an FPS fix for Arma 3. So Arma 3 is a little bit different because of the fact that it's just overall a little bit of a different game. Um, a lot of it is a CPU intensive, so if you have a bad CPU, that could be the reason why you're not getting good frame rate. It doesn't really depend that much on the GPU. When your GPU is when you have a really powerful GPU, then it doesn't really depend on the GPU anymore. It depends more on your CPU because this is a CPU intensive game. So, I just launched it twice. So what I want you to do is I want you to go to the launcher and go to parameters, and then go ahead all the way down to and go ahead and edit the CPU count. Um, if you want to, you can also turn on hyperthreading, which is somewhere around here. Oh, there it is. Also turn on hyperthreading. You can also favorite certain settings so you don't have to search around for them. Okay, 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 and you gotta do is go back up. You can go to favorites, and obviously, as you can see, some of my skip logos at startup, show static background and menu. Sure. Force window mode with a unit. My CPU count is 4 because if I go to my task manager, go to performance, my cores is 4. It says 8 right up here, but it's logically 4. So, or physically 4. So, that's how you get your core count. Hyperthreading can slightly improve some of your performance, but also might not. I'm going to go ahead and put it to 4 core and enable hyperthreading, play game. Remember that you need to change some of the settings. So a lot of these settings, just because you made them doesn't mean that they're actually going to work. So you need to basically tweak around with the settings and mess around with them in order for you to be able to get the maximum frame rate that you're looking for. Since isn't that very good, I limited or my CPU isn't that very good. My GPU is amazing. My hard drive, my storage devices are also amazing, but my motherboard is trash along with my RAM is also trash because it's DDR3 and it's also my motherboard is a PCI Express 2.0 instead of a 3.0, so it's bottlenecking my GPU right now. It's been for like a while now, so we're gonna go into settings of Arma 3 once it's fully loaded. It should skip all the logos and stuff, so we don't have to see it. All right, there we go. As you can see, everything rendered out. Now we're gonna go to the video options and see what we can do through here. Now we could just automatically click low, but I would figure that the best way of auto detecting your recommended settings is go ahead and click auto detect, and what that will do, the Arma will run through a scenario and figure out what is the best way to have the settings on. So I don't have any of these settings on usually. In fact, some of this actually fucks me up because of my eyes. Anti-aliasing will definitely decrease quality of the game. Like it wouldn't look as much textured as it is, but it'll definitely boost up your frame rate. With the display settings, I can't guarantee that the resolution is going to lowering the resolution is going to increase your frame rate, but it could. I'm not going to say it's going to because sometimes there's some games that I played in very low frame rate that actually made it worse. So we're going to go ahead and just join a server that's already in session. We're going to try it out. I'm trying to lower the volume of this game. It's a little loud.
Soldier, 100 meters, front. Target down. AT soldier, 75 meters, right. Standing by. Fire that soldier. I got him. He's down.
Okay. Alright, let's try it out. We can't go into VR, so it'll just automatically give us the maximum frame rate. This does tell you what your frame rate is, but in real world situations, it's not actually accurate, because just because I get 162 frame rate, into the menu doesn't mean I'm going to get it inside the game. So we're going to actually have to load into the game in order to figure out how much frame rate we're actually going to get. So we're going to go in Ferris, Ferries, in Arma, in order to figure it out. Okay. I don't think it's going to load. It might, and it might not. Personally, I don't think it's going to load. So I might have to go to campaign and go check it out. We can go, once we're in the game, we can go back into the video settings menu and then go ahead and check the frame rate through there to see if it's optimal. So we don't exactly need to have like DxTory or anything like that loaded. I prefer not to have those things loaded in the background when doing frame rate testing, because I kind of prefer the in-game one because it's already built in the game. There's no reason to have another program loaded. Okay, so I think I'm the only one here. Yeah, some user, I guess. Okay, so as you can see, let's see what our frame rate is. Configure, video. Okay, so we're getting a good that's actually a lot better than what I thought it was going to be. Before, I wasn't getting too much good frame rate. It might be because I need it to actually load environment, so maybe if I turn the other way, maybe it'll change. That's still pretty good. It's not like at 60 where I want it to be, but it's fine. I mean, let's see how it goes a couple more minutes along the way. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna go ahead and start shooting at the enemy, and then we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Like obviously they're gonna shoot at me, but I need to see like what's gonna happen when we get all those bullets going right past me. As I said again, this is a CPU intensive game. This is not a GPU intensive game. Or like Overwatch when it's superior, like when it's super optimized so that it's not like intensive one way or the other. It's just equaled out basically. You don't really need that much that very powerful PC in order to play. Arma, you have to have a decent CPU in order to play. Everybody should. A lot of people do know that though. A lot of people don't. All right, let's get going. Alright, that is surprisingly didn't shoot at me at all, but it looks like it's doing a pretty good job for, yeah. Did it change at all? No. It's still around 40. That's still good though, to be honest. 40 is still good, even for an AMD FX 8350. 40 is good. Later on, guys, I'll be doing a video on how to unpark your CPU cores. So, if you wanna, you might want to catch on that video because that video will work for any CPU and it will boost up your CPU performance for sure. Because if you don't know what it means when you have a parked CPU core, it means that since the CPU is parked, basically no process or no program or no game will run that specific CPU core. So that's why you could benefit off of it a lot. So if you want, go ahead and wait for that video to come out, which will probably not be too long. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. I'll catch you guys on the next one.